The history of Kashmir from Paleolithic Age to the foundation of Karkota Dynasty. The legend. The legend is that Kashmir was a big lake named as Satisar in honor of goddess Saraswati, who used to roam in her boat from Harmak in the north to Kausarnag in the south. There lived a wicked demon known by the name of Jaldev, who had destroyed the life in valley. Kashyap Rishi, one of the grandsons of Lord Brahma, seeing the miseries of distressed people, struck the mountain at Baramulla and drained water out of valley and killed Jaldev with the help of Lord Vishnu. However, some small demons still remained who occupied valley during winter. In winter, once an old man named Chandardhar remained behind. He was taken by demons to a spring near Nagam Chadora, where the king of spring Nilnag had pity on him and gifted Nilmatpurna, wherein were mentioned charms to fend off demons. Hence Kashmir got rid of demons and people began to habitate Kashmir. The science. The scientific studies carried out by geologists, geochemists since 1864 produced a vast literature on geological ages of Kashmir. After studying the structure and composition of Karevas or Wudar, the scientists are unanimous that Kashmir was a lake for millions of years. It shifted towards the north and northeast side around 350,000 BC and ultimately started draining out about 83,000 BC. Their conclusions were mainly based on the structure and composition of Karevas. There were two stages of Kareva formation. The entire belt touching the foothills of the Pir Panjal represent the lower Karevas, which has been exposed to the rivers starting from the south, such as Vishav, Rembyara, Romshu, Dudganga, Shaliganga, etc. The upper Kareva sediments occupy the middle of the valley, including Pampur, Srinagar, Burzahama, Dilpur, Patan, Parihaspura, and parts of Baramulla district. The upper Karevas are less fossiliferous than lower Karevas. Paleolithic period 50,000 to 10,000 BC. It was generally believed that due to harsh weather conditions in valley, there was no habitation in Kashmir during Paleolithic era. However, the theory was challenged by excavations of Professor H.T. Sankalia, who discovered a Paleolithic site at River Ledar at Pahalgam. He had found certain tools like crude handmade axe that prove that humans have existed in Kashmir during Paleolithic era. D.P. Agarwal and his team discovered another Paleolithic site during their explorations and reported of a chopper chopping tool complex comprising choppers, massive discoid, and scrapers on top of a terrace of Rembyara River Valley at Balapura Shopian in South Kashmir. Mesolithic Age. No discovery has been made of any site that date between 15,000 BC to 3000 BC. Neolithic Age. The major Neolithic sites in Kashmir are Burzahama, discovered by H.D. Terra and T.T. Peterson, and Gufkral, discovered by ASI in 1962-63 and major research done in 81-82 by K.D. Banerjee and A.K. Sharma. The other Neolithic sites are Begund, Thajwar, Olichibag, Panzgom, and Sempur. The findings obtained from these famous sites have been analyzed and say three phases apart from pit dwellings: 2800 BC to 2250 BC, farming, stock raising, and hunting; 2250 to 2000 BC, introduction of indigenous handmade pottery; 2000 BC to 1500 BC, terracotta bangles and cowrie shells. Sources of history. Nilmatpurna. No author. Legend is that author is Nilnag. Kalahana's Raj Tarangni, written in 1148 AD. Raj Tarangni consists of 7,826 verses, which are divided into 8 books called Tarangas. Jona Raja, a Kashmiri historian and Sanskrit poet, wrote Divitya Rajtarangni, which is a continuation of Kalahana's Rajtarangni, and brings the chronicle of the kings of Kashmir down to the time of Arthur's patron Zain al-Abidin. He died in 1459. After his death, his pupil Sirivara took the thread and wrote 4 more chapters of Rajtarangni from 1459 to 1486. Persian sources. The first Persian translation of Rajtarangni was done by Mullah Ahmad and named it Bahrul Asma, the Sea of Tales. The other historians who wrote Kashmir History are Haider Malik, Tarikh-e-Haider Malik, Hassan Khoyahami, Tarikh-e-Hassan, and Muhammad Din Folk, Waqat-e-Kashmir. As per the accounts of Kalahana's Rajtarangni, before Karkota's, following dynasties ruled Kashmir. The first dynasty was that of Gonanda. This dynasty was founded by Gonanda I. He was followed by Yasovati, Damodara, and Gonanda II, after whom 35 kings ruled Kashmir, whose names have been lost. The last king of this dynasty was Abhimanyu I. Gonanda I dynasty ruled for 1266 years. After Gonanda dynasty, Gonaditya dynasty was founded by Gonanda III, who restored Naga rights. The last ruler of this dynasty was Yudhishthira I. This dynasty ruled for 1002 years. The Gonanda II dynasty was founded by Meghwahana and ruled for around 600 years, with one king named as Randitya I ruling for 300 years. Disputed fact. The last king was Baladitya, whose son-in-law was Durlabh Vardhan, founder of Karkota dynasty. Even though historicity of Kalahana account is disputed, but there are names of kings that have been confirmed from accounts of other historians. Kashmir under Mauryas. Mauryan king Bindusara appointed his son Ashoka as governor of Kashmir. It is said he founded Srinagar city in 250 BC. His reign led to the spread of Buddhism. After him, Jaluka and Damodara II were other Mauryan rulers of Kashmir. Kashmir under Kushans. The 3 famous rulers of this dynasty were Huska, Juska, and Kanishka, who founded 3 villages, Pushkarpura, Juskarpura, Zakura, and Kanishkapura. The 4th Buddhist council was held in Kashmir during the rule of Kanishka, who ruled from 78 to 195 AD. Hun ruler. Among the Huns, Mahirkula is very famous for being very cruel ruler. His reign is believed to be of 502 to 530 Common Era. It is said he killed 100 elephants in Pir Panjal area, still known by the name of Hiswans, presently on Magar Road for want of amusement.